Joining us now from central London is the Egyptian ambassador to the UK, Nasser Kamel. Thanks very much indeed for talking to us. How concerned are you that there have been 2 attacks in 2 days on tourists in Egypt?
Well, on one hand, of course we are concerned. I mean, what happened in Cairo and Hurghada, but also what happened in Paris and Philadelphia. We can see a surge in people being recruited by this ideology of hate, trying to do harm all over the world. But on the other side, we're quite satisfied when it comes to the prompt reaction of the security forces and service in Egypt. Both those attacks were foiled. The police intervened promptly, killing the assailant or arresting them. None has been able to escape, so which means that we have a plan and that we are doing our best to secure everyone in tourist sites and everywhere else in the country.
You mentioned Paris and Philadelphia. Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack in Giza near the pyramids. However, we haven't had any claim of responsibility from this latest attack in Hurghada, but reports suggest that the attackers had an Islamic State flag. Do you believe that they were acting in the name of Islamic State in this latest attack?
I can't claim I have information, but from what we've seen in Egypt and in Paris and in Philadelphia, it seems that recruiting by Daesh on the internet, lone wolves here and there all over the world are taking action against us as human beings, as humankind. So I think we have to come together and face this threat. It is a collective threat, not only to Egypt but to the rest of the world.
How safe is Egypt for tourists?
Well, Egypt is as safe as any other major country or city in the world. I mean, we've seen incidents all over Europe, we've seen in the US, and of course we've seen those 2 incidents in Egypt. The authority in Egypt has proved that they have the capability and they are ready and the readiness is there. So Egypt is not more or less safe than any other destination in the world.
Well, let's look at the Red Sea resorts then, because, of course, Hurghada, not so far from Sharm el-Sheikh. It was from Sharm el-Sheikh that Russian jet took off and was later downed. How worried are you about that bit of coastline? How hard is it to police a coastline like that?
Actually, those 2 coastal cities are the best guarded, not only in Egypt, but maybe in the world. And that's not my way of describing it, but actually British authority tends to believe the same, and that's why your travel advisory is still encouraging people to go to Hurghada, and even Sharm el-Sheikh is being portrayed as a safe destination. The issue was with the airport, and we are working with the British authority to implement a joint action plan, and we have hired a renowned British security advisor, control risk, to improve security at Sharm el-Sheikh airport. So from outside expertise, those cities are being viewed and perceived as quite safe.
How concerned are you about Islamic State gaining ground, gaining influence, gaining power within Egypt?
No, I mean, gaining ground, gaining power, that's absolutely out of context. What's happening in Egypt is happening, as I said, in France, in other countries, where you have 1, 2, or 3 a number of people who might be lured by this ideology of hate and plan to take action, I mean, like the one we've seen in Hurghada yesterday. But Egypt has made a choice, and its choice is clear. The overall majority of the Egyptians have voted for a secular state and have understood the peril of this hate, ideology of hate.
OK, well, Nasser Kamel, Egyptian ambassador to the UK, thanks very much indeed for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.